Hi guys, my name is Asirvo and it is me answering 100 questions that I know that married people ask themselves. The question I want to answer today is a very delicate question, and I would answer it in a very strategic way. Now the question is this: I am married, but sometimes I get attracted to other people other than my spouse. What do I do? Now I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be very honest with you, that in life people get to fall in love with more than one person. Yes, I said that, and I'm going to repeat it. In life, people get to fall in love with more than one person. People get to be attracted to people other than their spouse. It happens. But see, the thing about marriage is this, or the thing about relationship is this: it's actually about responsibility. Responsibility. I repeat it. It's all about responsibility. Now, when you say you are married to someone, one of the reasons you chose to marry that person is because you want to be responsible to that person. You want to live a life of responsibility alongside with that person. So you would have heard some people say that they've never been attracted to any other person apart from their spouse. Yes, may be true for some people, but I think that a lot of people, if they would not be critical about it, if they would not want to lie about it, they know that sometimes they get attracted to people other than their spouse. Now, what I advise oftentimes is this: most times people lean towards this type of things when they start thinking about things other than their spouse, or they start thinking about persons other than their spouse. Maybe they start seeing things in another person that they wish they are seeing in their spouses. And yes, I've told you, there's nothing wrong with you if you're actually attracted to somebody other than your spouse. The problem is when you now make an attempt to fructify that thought in your heart, or sorry, fructify the thought in your mind. What I'm saying essentially is this: people get attracted to other people, but you have decided that by the oath of marriage you want to be responsible to somebody, and that person is your wife or your husband. It means that you have to keep to that oath or be responsible to that oath. The responsibility is the test of the validity of the love that you have for that person. It doesn't mean that you will not see people that you are attracted to. It doesn't mean that you will not see people that you crush on. But now you have chosen that in this path of your life that you want to walk with this person. It means that you have to be responsible to that person. So if I'm to answer your question, there is nothing wrong with you if you are attracted to somebody else other than your spouse. What is wrong is if you decide to put into action that attraction. What would be wrong is if you decide to now go after that attraction and then engage in extramarital affairs. But that you're attracted to somebody. People actually get attracted to people. You can actually have a love feeling or an infatuation for somebody else other than your spouse. But see, the problem occurs when you choose to be responsible by putting to action that feeling or that attraction that you're feeling for the other person. Marriage is actually to test your ability to be responsible. So because you have chosen to stay with somebody, you have to be responsible to that person, or that you're attracted to someone. There's nothing wrong with you. Just ensure that you don't put the attraction into action. Now, one of the things you can do is to try to set a mechanism that checks you from your excesses. If I were you, if you and your spouse understand yourself, you can actually get to talk about it, and both of you can walk yourself through with it. Or sometimes you can find a neutral person, probably a counselor that you can trust. You seek counsel or seek therapy from somebody who is a professional in dealing with how to handle such attractions with opposite sex. Best you could actually speak with your pastor or your imam or anybody that you see as a spiritual figure, or perhaps you do it, like I said, professionally. You seek the help of a marriage counselor who would actually advise and guide you through it. But there is nothing wrong with you if you're attracted to people. It's just the normal human chemistry. But you should also understand that in marriage you have chosen to be responsible by the oath of marriage to somebody, so you cannot put to practice the attraction that you feel for somebody else other than your spouse. But if you feel attraction, there is nothing wrong with you. It's just normal human chemistry. If I've answered your question, you can check me up on Facebook, on Instagram, or on any of my social media platforms. Till I come your way again, stay good.